So what is going on? Today we're at the JD Sports Domes up in Seaton Crew. They've kindly gave their facilities once again. I've been here a few times now. If you do want to check this place out, it is in the description. Today we're going to be doing 5 more skills. There's a few new ones again. I'm trying to include as many new skills as I can for you guys to learn. As you can see, we've got our layout again. We found a new system and I really like this system because it kind of displays consistency and doing the skill over and over again until you master it. That way you can pull out in games and training, which is the most important part. If you do enjoy these type of videos, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below your favorite skill from today. Let's get into it. Okay, so every cone system is different when we've been doing these videos. The last 2 times we've done it, it's been slightly different, and today is very different to what we've been doing. So we start on this cone right here where the ball's at. There's no skill towards the beginning. We're going to just sprint into here. There's going to be a skill move here. Then we're going to go into the center cone. There's going to be a turn skill in there. Then we're going to go back on ourselves to the cone next to the one with the ball in. And then we're going to come around here into the ladders. We're going to go through the ladders as quick as possible. We're going to leave our ball back there and take this one. We're going to run at this cone, do a skill there, run at that cone, do a skill there, and come in and finish the ball in the goal. Now you guys can put different types of skills in. You don't have to use the ones I'm using in today's video, but if you do want to copy these, then perfect. Get them mastered, keep them consistent, and yeah, just follow these guides. Okay, so like I mentioned, there's no skill at the beginning part. It's only at the first cone over here. So this would be a sprint in. Slow yourself down as you come in, but I'm just jogging for now. That's the first skill right there, as you've seen, and we're going to aim to go towards the middle. Now this first skill, I'll break it down really fast. The point of this skill is to go back on yourself in a quick motion to take your defender away. Pretend you're going one way, take them back either. The first part, touch out our feet as we come in. The first part is a drag, just like that. So my foot's actually stopping the ball this time, it's not letting it go through. So a drag, and my foot's come out on the other side and it stopped the ball. A little bit faster, you'll see there's more distance between the ball leaving my foot the faster I do it. So drag, you see now it's starting to go that way, the more power I'm putting on the skill. You don't actually have to flick your foot, you'll see. I'm not actually flicking my foot, I'm just letting the ball kind of hit it. And that's allowing the ball to go away from my foot easier than if I was to flick it. So again, like that, and it's taking us back inside there. So this skill, we're using this part of our foot right here, the left side of our studs, and then we're using the outside of our right foot to flick the ball back inside. So I'm running in, stopping, coming back on myself, and we're going on to the next cone. So be coming in, coming back on yourself, come round, Berber spin, over the top, just like that. So you've seen the Berber spin used right then. I'm going to use the cone as a defender in this sort of example, or a foot. Essentially that cone is going to be the leg of the defender. So if a defender was to stick the leg in, that's where the cone would be. So I'm going to kind of go around on a 270 degree angle. If you guys don't know what 270 is, then you'll see right now. So as I'm approaching the cone, I'm spinning around once, there's 90 degrees again, and 90 degrees one more time to go back over the defender's leg and away into the place I want to be. So I'll come in a little bit faster so you can see the skill. So I'm coming around, I'm going around the defender's leg, up and over, and we give that lift on the ball just so it allows to get over that defender's leg. If they do step out, he or she isn't going to have a chance to get the ball. If I was to just kick the ball instead of lift it, and I come around and kick, it's going to be able to get stopped out by the defender's leg. It's going to touch the leg, it's going to go out for throwing, or they might take the ball themselves. So that's why we put the lift on it. It's very important. So again, come from this angle a little bit quicker, come around, trip over, and we're away from the defender and on to our next thing. So again, consistency, most important thing to be able to pop it out in games and training and whatnot. So we're going to start from here, coming across, first skill, drag flick, back on ourselves, around this cone, Berber spin, flick over, and we're coming here, and this time it's going to be touch, chop. We're going to call it the Isco chop, just because I've seen Isco use it once before and I've never seen anyone else use it. Other people will have used it in the past, but I've seen Isco do it, so that's what I'm going to give the name to now. If you guys have any other names, let me know in the comment section. But again, it's 1, 2, chop, and away. So I'm going to break it down for you, nice and slow so you guys can see it. Don't forget, when you've done this Berber spin, as you've come around, you flick the ball up in the air. So if the ball's up a little bit higher, you've got to do well to get it back down under control to be able to do the next part of the skill. So the first part of it is 2 touches using the front but bottom part of your foot. So it's at the front of your foot but underneath the sole of your feet. So we're dragging it once with our right foot or left foot, depending on which way you want to go out. If I wanted to go left, my left, your guys' right, then I would start with my right foot. If I wanted to go on your guys' left, then I would start with my left foot, as you'll see. So the right foot sole, the front of my foot, drag it back across my body once, catch it with my left foot, drag it back across my body the second time, and that's when I put the chop in, away and turn out. It's kind of more of a Cruyff than a chop, but the action that is used is more of a chop action. The Cruyff action is more of like a push action away from you, so you'll see that. So it's like a push away as you do a Cruyff, whereas a chop is more of a jump and chop away, which is what we're going to be using in this skill right here. That's why it is called the chop. So a little bit faster now, starting my right leg, left leg, chop. And we're away into our next little bit of equipment. But you might think, where we're using this in a game, and Carl's going to tell you all about it.
Little game scenario here. Obviously, like a defender's pressing you, he's coming at you, you've got chopped in the corner. So you're going to touch, chop, makes that passing angle, pass down the line, you're out of danger. So Mike's going to press us now with the camera so you guys can see with someone coming at you. So, chop, pass. Just gets you out of danger.
Okay, so Carl just showed you an in-game scenario, which is very important for stuff like this, especially when you're practicing it consistently, because that's where you want to put them out. That's in games, in training, wherever you might need to actually use the skill. You want your brain to kind of just use them without you actually thinking about it. The more you think about a skill like, okay, I want to beat this defender with a step over, there's a good chance that it won't come off, because it might not happen, the space might not be there for you, and you've forced out a skill. Whereas if you practice them over and over again, the skills just happen and you don't realise what you're doing, you're just making sure the defender doesn't get the ball, and you've used a skill that you've practiced over and over again, and that's why it's so important. So I'm going to start again, consistency. I'm going to go up the first cone, second cone, third cone, and then we're going to hit that ladder right there. Okay, sprinting into the first cone, stopping around, coming around, burp spin, step, flick, we're in here, get the ball down nice and controlled, right, left, chop, and we're in the ladder, then through the ladder. I was going to take the ball, but I won't show the skill just yet. Okay, so we're going to take a minute just to thank BetMatch, who are today's sponsor. So this is the layout right here. If you look down to the bottom left, you've got all the different types of sports you can bet on. You've got football, tennis, volleyball, all the way down to stuff like MMA, handball, beach volleyball even. You can have fun and go and bet on anything you want. So I'd go down and try and find my country. If I wanted to bet in England, right here, we've even got the Champions League there as a selection. But if you click England, you've got the League Trophy, the National League, anything like that. And then say I wanted to go on the League Cup, which is on tonight, I believe. Right there, Arsenal Nottingham Forest at 11:45. So you might be wondering, why do you use BetMatch and not just a traditional betting website? One reason is the use of blockchain, making the site super reliable and transparent for every user. It speeds up the process with transaction and made every transaction free for users, along with anchoring. So as you can see on the screen, anchoring is writing every 100th private blockchain blocks hash with all the transactional data into the public Ethereum blockchain. So you guys get a very transparent and fair betting experience. There's also a liquidity pool, which gives you a guaranteed payout, allowing you to use Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and XBM. So not only are you betting, but you're actually investing too. So if that's something you want to look into, then perfect. So you also might be wondering what XBM is if you haven't seen that before. That's BetMatch's own currency, which makes betting even more interesting, with the idea to not only bet with your money, but also to invest. So if you think this is something you're interested in, use my link in the description. It gives you 2 times your deposit money on the first 3 bets after registration. Use it wisely. So you just see me go through the ladders using 2 feet. Now there's different ways to go through, and me and Cal are going to show you a couple of ways. So the first way, most basic, is just 1 foot in the ladder. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way along, and that's the most basic way to go through a ladder to this day. But you mainly got to focus your speed. You can make the 1 foot seem harder by putting a bit of speed on. As you can see just there. The more speed you put in, the more you'll get out of the drill. Another way to go through is going from the side to side. So you step 1 foot in, my right foot in first, my left foot, my right foot out, my left foot out, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, going through. That's the most basic way to go through side to side, but when you get a little bit faster, you kind of skip out this one right here. You kind of move on from this one to that one by bringing your leg out and in. You'll see as I get faster. So if I was going the slow way, it would be like this, just like that. That's the slow way. You can kind of pick up a little bit of pace on the jogging. If I was to go faster, you'll see that I miss out that step. I kind of go through a lot more fluently, you'll see. And through. So you'll see that I don't step my leg down, it kind of comes out and back in. Back in. But my leg still comes out. I'm not cheating. I'm not going like that. My leg's coming out and back in.
So Mikey showed you the 1 foot in, so I'm going to show you now with 2 feet in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Bit of speed. A bit quicker.
Great feet, great feet.
Second one is actually called a dead leg. So this leg just stays still. Keep this leg as straight as you can basically. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And lift this knee as high as you can. It's a bit quicker. So same with your left leg. Do your left leg. So keep this right leg straight as you can and just go.
Class. Okay, so we've gone through the ladders now, as you just saw. There were 4 examples that you can use going through the ladders. But now we're on to our next cone. So the ball we've set should be around here. So as you come out the ladder, whatever you've done, you might have done 2 feet in, you might have gone across. As you've come out, you're going to hit that first cone. Now this cone is the 4th skill, and it's quite a simple one. I've done it on my channel before. It's the chop. So we're approaching, chop, and around to the last cone. Now I'm not going to touch on this too much because you guys can see how easy a chop can be, and I've showed it quite a lot on my channel. There's loads of playlists of skills and stuff you guys can learn. Go down the description and check them out. But yeah, as we approach it, you can approach it with some skill. We've already kind of used the chop variation over there with the ISCO chop, but this one's just a straight chop back across your body. This is putting us onto our left foot, using our right foot for the skill. So we're approaching, yes, chop, and we're inside, just like that. So the chop is done in 2 actions. The first action is emphasis, pretending to kick the ball. Yes! You can even shout a name if you want to. I can say Cal, yes Cal! And that's when you pretend to pass the ball or shoot or whatever you're doing, or taking a dribble. But in fact, your left foot is stepping just in front of the ball, and your right foot is chopping inside. If it was the other way around and you want to go that way, your right foot would just be in front of the ball, and your left foot's coming in. So that's the first part. But if you want to make the chop even better, you can put a jump action in, which you'll see players like Ronaldo, Neymar, stuff doing. They like to put a jump in to excel away from their defender a little bit more emphasis as well. So as I was taking it, you'll see my body jump a little bit to chop it inside. Yes! Chopped, and I'm inside across my defender. So again, starting from the beginning, making sure we're getting every skill right at a decent pace. You don't have to go full throttle, full pace, because skills aren't always done at full pace. 3/4 to jog or 3/4 to full pace is a good amount, depending on what skill you're doing. Okay, so first skill, drag flick. Yep. Back across, in here, Berber spin, around, get nice and controlled. Right, left, chop, around here, leave the ball. Chop in, and we're at the last skill. Now I'm going to kind of combine these 2 together very fast because they're 2 quite simple skills, but it puts you back on to your strong foot. Okay, so as we've come in from the chop, we're going towards this cone, this last cone, and normally I would say set yourself an attack from the straight, but this time we're going to go straight back across ourselves. So as we're approaching this cone, it's very, very simple, but it's all to do with your body movement and emphasis. Touching on my left foot, pretend to shoot or taking a pass, yes, and we're chopping it back across ourselves in between the 2 cones, and then we're finishing the ball on whichever foot you end up on, which will be my right foot in this situation. There's not a lot I've got to say about this last skill because it's probably the most simple skill you'll ever learn. It's just a fake shot or a fake pass. But as we're coming away, the best part is to get yourself back on a good angle to shoot. You don't want to fake pass it, but it'll go straight because you're going to go into a defender. You want to come back across yourself, give yourself a bit more of a yard on the defender, give yourself more yards on the defender away from them. It allows you to have the shot more comfortably. So you're coming across, yes, coming back across yourself, and then finish wherever you can put it. Alright, so we're going to go through the whole thing now, like I always do with these videos. Hopefully I can get it first time, we'll see. The last 2 times I've done it first time because I've always constantly practiced the tricks over and over while I'm showing you, so hopefully I can do this one as well. If I don't, there's going to be a little bit of an outtake, let's see. Alright, first skill, back in, back stop, come around this flick, second one, flick, Berber. Get under control, around, touch, bang, chop inside, leave the ball, in, yes, chop, yes, first time, I'll take it. Wasn't the best finish, wasn't the best chop at the end, but I'll take it. Okay, so there were 5 skills, pretty easy, I would say, a couple of hard ones. Let me know how you guys got on, let me know what your favourite skill was. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, make sure you hit that like button as well if you enjoyed this type of content, and I'll do more of it. But yeah, there should be a lot of content coming out in the next few weeks, so look forward to that. Turn the notification bell on, and I will see you in the next video. I am shattered.